Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hi there. We
Morning.
are live, we are live. Okay, that's me and you now.
Cool.
Hello.
Morning.
Hi, darling. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good, good.
Good morning. So hello, beautiful people. Today we are talking to Alev from Days Bakes, and I've been looking forward to this conversation. Alev is a close friend, and she is also a former student when I was teaching cake, and I've seen her journey, and I wanted her to come and share with us, what it takes to have a big dream and, make it happen. So hi, Ale, welcome.
Hello, thank you.
So, okay, let's start with your quote. What's your quote?
My quote is go hard or go home.
You
So
had
never give up.
this journey has been years in the making. It's not
Yeah.
like it's overnight. When did we have a class? Probably,
I think 2016.
yeah,
Yeah.
2016. Which by that time also incidentally or coincidentally, not coincidentally, incidentally, Alev was like, she wasn't big, but she was like probably she's like half the size that she was when she came to class. Like half the size that she was telling me the other day. She said, Amy, I don't have hips any longer. I don't have hips any longer. That all those guys that like women with hips, they don't look at me any longer. Oh dear. Okay.
Very true.
That's not what we're going to talk about. We're talking about cake, and so tell us your journey, your cake journey.
So my cake journey started as a hobby, really. Originally, I wanted to be a chef many, many years ago, but my parents thought that that wasn't the right journey for me. So I went into design instead. And then the cakes were my hobby. I've always been passionate about baking and cooking. And when a friend recommended your course, it was perfect. Just the perfect way up. I already had the basic skills, but just to learn from a professional one on one, which was absolutely amazing. I'm forever grateful for that. Forever grateful. I was so lucky. But just the fact that also I got to zoom in and focus on what I wanted to concentrate on and how I wanted to develop myself in terms of baking and decorating. And I came out of it each week.
You wanted to just focus on one, style, I remember,
Yes,
and you wanted to focus on a particular kind of cake and a particular
yes,
kind of decoration and all that, and you really actually just, put those blinders on and focused on that.
yeah.
Mm,
I
mm,
focused, but also each week I'd come out and I'd realize that you'd push me to learn more and more skills. It was amazing the way I was so focused, and you never let me lose my focus on what my end goal was. And each week I achieved that and more, which
yeah,
was amazing.
you did, you did. Which actually is, I would say one of the things that we need to understand. When you start, you're a beginner, so you're not good at the thing, but you just have to persist, because I know
Yes,
that's what you did. Somebody once said, every winner was once a beginner.
yes,
But you really persisted. So it doesn't have to be wonderful or perfect at the beginning, but
yeah.
you did, and you got really good. I'll be sharing some pictures as we talk anyway, so that they can have a look at some of your work.
Okay.
Mm. So but tell me, what was your big dream? What was that cake dream? What was that thing, that vision that you had? you
And
know
I just wanted to, my vision was to create bespoke. if you'd like to call it, where I wanted to create things which you couldn't create at home yourself. So if you came to me for cakes, it was unique, it was personalized, it was special, and it was aimed at what you wanted. You told me what you wanted, and then I went off, designed it, and created it. I didn't want to. I think my motto in life is I like to be different. I don't like to do the standard thing. I always like to raise the bar, not to compete with anybody else but myself. I like to push myself in terms of what I can do. And I remember when I got my first cake order for 2 quite big cakes, and I said, Emma, how am I going to do it? And you said, just say yes.
Yeah.
And that's how it happened. You said, just say yes.
Yeah, and you did it. That it was a wedding cake or something.
It was 2 birthday cakes.
Mm,
It
mm.
was 2 birthday cakes and the wedding cake as well. I mean, I would have never envisioned being able to create those beautiful sugarcraft flowers, you
Mm,
know. And
mm.
it's
Yeah, yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, yeah. I know I always used to say to my students, just say yes,
yes,
say yes and then figure it out later, and
yes,
it kind of like, once you put yourself out there, like what I'm doing now, I'm saying, okay, I'm going to be interviewing people for the next 21 days. And because I've said it and it's, it's out there. So I can't, not do it. It's actually
yeah.
pushing you to do it. So yeah, that's a wonderful takeaway. But I mean, you were not doing cakes even I mean, all those years, you still had a full-time job. You had a nine
Yes,
to five job. Tell us about
yes.
that.
So my background is design, as I've mentioned, and I would do a full-time job, which wasn't particularly enjoyable, but lockdown has really worked in my favour, in terms of I have got to, through furlough, through a lot of time, I've got to actually think, okay, I've got all this time now. What is it that I used to complain about wanting to do when I didn't have the time? So I spent months creating my website and really focusing and designing it myself. I designed it from scratch
Oh, wow.
myself. I
Oh,
didn't have any help. I didn't have an expert. I literally designed it day and night by myself. And yes, I'm a designer, so that does help. And I'm a perfectionist as well. So it has to be perfect in my eyes. And hopefully I've achieved that, and I'm proud. I'm really, really proud.
mm, mm. So it was almost, I mean, the lockdown actually, and that's a good question for us all to ask ourselves. What are the things that you've been complaining about that you don't, oh, I don't have time. I wish I could do this. I don't have time. Then maybe this lockdown or situation might be a good time to, look at those things and actually, put those things into action, and
Yes,
yeah, yeah. So you because I saw an advert the other day and they said a website makes it real.
yes,
If your website actually makes your business real, now you're
yeah,
actually putting out your thing out there and saying, I'm open for business. Let me share your website. I'm open for business, so it's no longer just, oh, friends and family and people, word of
yes,
mouth, but actually people can actually find you.
yes. It's
Well,
real. It is. It is literally real. Um, and I've always wanted to create a website for years, but just didn't have the time.
so tell me, this journey, because obviously it's kind of like step by step, we talked
Yeah.
about taking baby steps. What would you say were the you could say are the baby steps that you've taken, over the years?
So I think the baby steps start from when I would at the weekends bake just for family or friends, and then I enjoyed it, and then taking your courses, and then taking away from your courses that the learning never stops.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you want to develop yourself, you never stop learning. And I took away from your courses the buttercream flowers, and I was okay at them, and then I persevered, as you know, and then that became my specialism.
Yeah.
So I wanted to be able to create beautiful flowers that were edible, that, you know, people would go, wow, and they could eat them. I didn't want to take the shortcut of putting real flowers on or putting flowers that I hadn't created. My journey was keeping my creativity,
Yeah. Yeah.
using my design background, and just, you know, creating what I envisaged, these beautiful, beautiful flowers. And I will never get bored ever of piping them, ever. And every time I pipe them, I hear your voice. I hear you to keep cleaning the tip. I hear you to hold the bag properly. You know, I hear you to hurry up before the buttercream gets too warm. So yeah, I'd say those were my steps.
Wonderful, wonderful. So what's it like with friends and family? What has the reception been like with when you said, okay, I'm open for business, and I'm doing my thing now. What do people think about it, the people around you?
So I've had a tremendous amount of support. People have supported me, ordered cakes from me, even before I set up the website and my Instagram and, you know, had a following. People trusted me,
Mm,
and people have reordered from me and recommended me,
that's
um,
wonderful.
which is wonderful. And I'd like to think I do have a name for not putting my name to something which I'm not happy with, and my buttercream flowers. But at the same time as well, when my journey started to grow, a lot of people who I thought would support me became haters in a way. A
Oh
lot
my
of
goodness.
people, like you said to me once, people are like seasons. Sometimes they're meant to stay, sometimes they're meant to go. And that has happened to me throughout the lockdown. You know, unfortunately, a lot of people saw me or see me as competition.
Oh wow.
Um, a lot of people didn't like the fact that, hang on a minute, she's gone from posting randomly, you know, a few cakes here and there, to really getting orders and posting those orders, developing her skills. And someone said to me, wow, your cakes have actually really, really improved. And I said, well, I've got a lot of time now. I've got more time, and I don't feel frustrated by time restraints, because
Mm-hmm.
I can set.
Yeah, because then I remember you would work 9 to 5, and then if you have a cake order, that means is when you get home from work that you
Yeah.
have to bake and decorate overnight, and and then maybe still go to work the next day.
Yes.
So I mean, yeah, of course, obviously you would be, you have the time now, but
Yes.
that's surprising that people didn't support. It's actually, I guess, a shock as well. It's almost like a shock to the system that, oh wow, I thought these people would love it to see me
Yeah.
progressing, but they're not.
I think a lot of, as I say, I have the support I have had from my family and from my friends, who I would say are my rocks, my true friends, who have really, really supported me and pushed me and encouraged me,
Yeah.
um, to not give up, and to always, always push to the next level. I have an amazing friend who's going through his own journey at the moment, fighting
Mm.
cancer. And throughout his journey, he's fighting for his life. He
Oh
constantly
wow.
sends me ideas. He constantly sends me videos, and that's the pull. that makes me think I can't give up. I can't give up trying to improve myself. This year hasn't been easy for me.
No.
It's been probably one of the toughest years of my life. But when I've got that support from that person and from my friends and from my family, it keeps me going. And it's just, it is amazing. It really is. And to the people that don't like my
Yeah, your
success,
mom and your sisters have been really amazing, and then your friend, the guy, is it the hairdresser guy?
no, this is Scott, my friend from art college, and I've
Mm,
got rocks, my rocks.
mm.
My friends, Bissy never lets me give up. Rani reorders, and she, plugs me and pushes me. I've got so many amazing friends, and to the people that don't like my success, I thank them. I thank them again and again every day, because they make me more determined.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
there's nothing more than I like to prove somebody wrong. So I just, it, in some ways, I'm grateful to them, because it makes me push myself. When I get to the top of that mountain and I think I can't do those last few steps, I can't push myself anymore, those people make me carry on. It doesn't matter how
wow.
tired I am, they make me carry on. So to them, to my supporters and to my haters, I'm very, very grateful to you both.
To both, yeah, to both.
Yeah, I'm very
Both.
grateful.
So, what would you say to somebody who is either just starting out, or maybe they might even have a dream that they've forgotten about? What would you say to them?
I
You
would say follow your dream. I would say everything happens at the right time. And that's something you said to me many years ago as well. Sometimes you're in a rush to run before you can walk. What I would say is follow your dreams, find your niche, um, concentrate on improving, concentrate on making yourself better. A piece of advice I would say: don't launch until you're happy with how you've developed your skill sets.
Yeah,
um,
yeah.
and ask yourself, what have I got to offer everybody? What is my niche? What is my specialism?
That's a very good one. That's a very good one, because sometimes people don't want to do things because they think, oh, everybody else is doing
Yeah,
it, or there's so many other people doing it. But then you can actually still, even though it sounds like a cliche, carve out a niche for yourself.
yes,
And yours has been the buttercream flowers, and then also that your secret ingredients that you put in your buttercream
yeah,
that keeps it really stable. That
yeah,
you said to me today, oh, that ingredient saved my life.
yeah,
It's so, and that appeals to the vegetarians, and it appeals to
yeah,
a certain sector of people who don't
yeah,
like this. So I think finding your niche is a really good one, so that you don't think to yourself, oh, I don't want to do it because somebody else has done it, because you are different, so you will always be able to bring a different
yeah.
flavor to it. So, are we looking forward to visiting your cafe sometime soon?
I hope so. I hope so. I hope, when this virus finally starts to disappear, things are a bit more stable, lockdown ends. I hope that, one day I'll be serving Hermes hot chocolate.
Uh,
A mocha, sorry, mocha. Hermes
uh,
mocha.
yes,
In
you
a,
said you
in
were
a
going to
cafe
name.
near you.
Oh wow! Oh wow! Watch this space. Ooh, so
Watch
I'm
this
going to have a
space.
drink, a coffee named after me.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. God willing.
Yes, yes. Oh, wow, it's been lovely talking to you. So,
Thank you.
so tell us where we can find you. Where can we find you
So
online?
you can find me on Instagram and Facebook at Dayspakes, and you can visit my website www.dayspakes.co.uk.
That's DEYZ.
Red,
Bakes.
DEYZBAKES.
Yeah, Days Bakes. Days Bakes. Yeah. So, Alev, oh, I think that's it. What should we talk about? Anything else?
It's been a pleasure, and it's just I'm so grateful you followed my journey and encouraged me.
Yes. Thank you so much for coming, Alev. Thank you so much. Alev's been a good friend, you know. Every once in a while she would call me and she'll be like, let's go have a coffee, you know, and just checking on each other, how are you? How are you doing? What's up with you? What's the journey so far? And I think we can't say enough about having that kind of support system
Yeah,
around each other, to so if you also have somebody around you that just check up on them as well, how are
yeah.
you, what's up. It doesn't have to be every day, every few months. We probably see ourselves maybe 2 3 times a year, but yeah, that's a good way to go. But thank you so much for
Thank
Alex,
you.
for joining us. Baby steps, big dreams, baby steps. And I know we will still see more. And probably when next you come, you will have even more stories to tell.
I hope so. I
All
hope
right.
so. And I'm honoured. Thank you. This is my first cake interview. So thank you.
Woohoo. Okay. All right then.
I'll be
Yeah.
sharing
More
and
to come.
sharing.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. All right then. I will go off Facebook now. Bye.